Greetings again, boys and girls. Hello, race fans. Last weekend, this is Dana Byerly's email, and I'm going to read it. Dana Byerly, of course, is green but game. She's one of the premier handicappers out there and writers, so I'm privileged to read her latest email. Hello, race fans. Derby Prep Alert, February 13th. Last weekend was a wild ride with Santa Anita canceling on Saturday due to torrential rains in 8, 5, and 50 with either an equipment snafu or just plain bad luck in the Whirlaway. Just plain bad luck in the Whirlaway. The last Virginias and the Robert B. Lewis will be run this Saturday today, and we've included the slightly updated previews below. In addition to the rescheduled races, there are several other interesting preps on this long holiday weekend. One entrant, Uptown Charlie Brown, in the Sam F. Davis at Tampa Bay Downs, even has his own blog. That's the race. That's the horse I bet. Not only are there great races this weekend, but Churchill Downs kicks off its series of 3 Kentucky Future Wagers today. And that's what we're going to talk about. The first of 3 pools opens at noon today and runs until 6 p.m. on Sunday. See the Churchill Downs Future Wager frequently asked questions section for more info, and you would click on that link on her email. While some folks view them as a foolish proposition, not me, future wagers can be a fun way to get in on the Derby action early and potentially make a few extra bucks. There are, however, a few things to keep in mind. Once you place a wager, you've locked into that horse regardless of whether it makes it to the Derby. It's 11 weeks until the big day, and a lot can happen between now and then. Yes, a lot does often happen between now and then. It's also worth noting that there's no guarantee that you'll get a better price now than on Derby Day. According to the stats from Churchill Downs, both Big Brown and Street Sense paid a bit more than their Derby payouts, while Barbaro brought considerable value. Giacomo paid much better on race day, but if you had Funny Side in the first pool, not only would you have made $160.40 more for your $2 wager than on Derby Day, you would have collected the biggest win payout in the Kentucky Derby Future Wager history at $188. Nobody had Funny Side that year. I mean, nobody. How can you place a Kentucky Derby Future Wager? You can place your wagers at most tracks, off-track betting parlors, or with most online wagering accounts. If you do plan to play, we recommend the following. Number 1, wait until as close to the pool closes as possible. Just like with any race, the odds change as the money comes in and won't be final until the pool closes. So if your horse opens at 50 to 1 and goes down to 12 to 1, you might want to look elsewhere. Likewise, if you place your wager at 20 to 1 and the odds are 10 to 1 when the pool closes, you're holding a 10 to 1 ticket, not a 20 to 1 ticket. The pool closes on Sunday, February 14th at 6:14 Eastern Time. Number 2. Be wary of taking early favorites at a short price. At this point in the game, you should be looking for decent and/or big prices. You can adjust the strategy as it gets closer to the Derby and you know more about each of the horses. Similarly, it's a good idea to stay away from the all other 3-year-olds option, as it usually ends up at a very short price, particularly in the first pool. I don't bother with that. That's such a pussy way out. Last year, this option closed at odds of 9 to 5 in the first pool, which meant that Mind That Bird paid $5.80 versus $103.20 he paid on Derby Day for a $2 wager. Number 3, you don't have to pay big to have fun. A couple of $2 bets here and there is a safe way to have a little fun early without worrying too much about whether your horse or horses are going to make it to the gate. You can see a list of the wagering interests and grab their past performances here. Well, you got to click on the site, but you have to read her email to get the links. Okay, there you go. So now I'm going to describe how I've handicapped. And this is what I'm looking for. Okay, let me get the camera and I'm going to show you my page. Okay. I really like Drosselmeyer. Distorted Humor, Come From Behind, 1-for-1 in 2010, 4-1-2-1 in 2009, which means he wasn't the most brilliant juvenile, which means probably better as a 3-year-old. He's raced in New York, Kentucky. His last 3 races are 1, 1, and 2. He's hit the speed figure of 105, 99, and 85. And most importantly, he has won at Churchill Downs. That is my number 1, numero uno, most important thing to consider. 1 at Churchill. Dry Fly. He's another one who I liked, but he's a stock and speed horse versus Come From Behind. And the reason I like a stock and speed horse is my ideal, my search, my handicapping search is to see the running lines of a Seattle Slew on the pages of the Daily Racing Form on Derby Day. He had the most perfect, I mean, he was undefeated when he went into the Derby, true, but I liked his form. And that's what I'm seeking, that kind of page. So I'm really very interested in horses that have hit the board. Okay. Am I boring the hell out of you? Okay. Thing. Do you want to draw? No. Okay. We have guests here. Okay. I have company. Not everybody's a horse fan. Okay. I have, who else have I highlighted? These are the ones I think have a shot. Rule I also put on, even though he's a speed horse and I did not bet him today. Because I'm still not sure. I'm not going to bet him. I'm not going to put him in my pool. But watch him win. You watch. He's very good speed numbers, but he's a very good 2-year-old, and that doesn't mean I don't like good 2-year-olds. I like horses that develop into 3-year-olds. Stay Put, I like him. He's consistently improving, and he can handle Churchill Downs since he came in 3rd. He hit the board at Churchill. Of course, I have Tiz Chrome, who's also won at Churchill Downs. I put Uptown Charlie Brown in. This horse, a little warm. I like Uptown Charlie Brown and a little warm for their running styles. I like the records, and I like the speeds. I like Colizio. I like his record. I like his speed. And I love that he handled Churchill Downs. I skipped back talk here because I'm not sure. He's won at Churchill, 82, 91, 91. He's on a downward slope, so I'm not going to.
Well, that's
9.
It's a story of Fellini.
Yeah. Fellini. I'm Fellini. I like First Dude here, Churchill Downs. I didn't bet Great Attack because of the speed. And again, nothing is good as a 2-year-old, nothing as a 3-year-old, so I'm not quite sure yet. Most of the horses I bet have at least demonstrated proficiency as 3-year-olds. And the running style. Icebox I like. Pulpit is his father. This horse comes off the pace. Not great as a 2-year-old. And improving form.
Loungewear? Like what?
Here's a horse I really like.
I'm going to have to call you Lord Dickley?
Loungewear?
Loungewear? What the hell is loungewear?
That's what it was called.
What is it? Sweatpants?
More elaborate. Go ahead.
Oh, God.
Lounge?
No, don't.
Loungewear.
No.
Oh, no, Ted. No, don't be that way. We're running out of time, so let's get down. I want to get these last 3. Peppy Nose, Laus Dio, and Tempted to Tap It are my last 3 picks. Tempted to Tap It I like, even though he's a speed horse. For what reason? Editor's note is his broodmare sire. I mean, how mental is that? Editor's note is his broodmare sire. That's my main interest in this horse. But he has won as a 3-year-old, and he has improved form, and he's done very well. Peppy's Nose, Stephen got even, and I like his running style. And Laus Dio, Medaglia d'Oro. Okay, folks, those are the bets. that I suggest you make on the first Derby pool, the Derby pool of 2010. Sign off.